Hi, this is Keith Weaver with the Top Executive Strategy Podcast, where CEOs, COOs, and business owners share strategies for better success. This is 6 questions in 9 minutes because the best strategies are concise business advice. And so we're going to get right to it today with our guest. And question number one, in a few sentences, tell us who you are and what you do.
Sure. My name's Kyle Farmer. I'm the founding attorney at Farmer Law PC, I'm a business immigration attorney.
So family law and business and immigration.
Uh, we don't do any family law.
Okay.
We do immigration and bankruptcy. We do business-based and family-based immigration, but we don't do any family law.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that keeps you really busy. So
it does.
Lots of issues.
Yeah, and it's always changing.
Yes. So with that, question number two, what's the best thing about being a business leader?
I think the best thing about being a business leader is being in control of your own destiny. Really, there's some intimidating aspects of that, but being able to dictate what you do and when you do it, and also implement a strategy to achieve your particular vision, there's something really satisfying about that.
Well, and when you have control over your own destiny, the sky's the limit. You're only limited by your efforts and by your vision and what you want to do, kind of a thing. So to me,
exactly,
I think that's very liberating, but it's scary sometimes.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It is one of those things where you have no glass ceiling, but you also have no crutch.
Right.
And so it's just two sides of the same coin.
That's a good way to put it, though. I like that. All right, question number three. I hear from other business leaders that their people strategy can be more of a challenge than their actual business strategy in running their business sometimes. Your thoughts?
So I love this question. I think that it's really interesting because I would completely have agreed with that about 6 months ago. And what's really interesting is whenever you hone in on your business culture and you focus on your business culture and growing consistent with your business culture, it doesn't make it that hard. It's the hard part, at least from my perspective, was identifying the characteristics in the first place that were important to our culture and the ones that were important to foster to help us meet our business objectives. At that point, once you kind of hone in on those and you have business strategies to promote those and to make sure that the people that you're hiring have those specific characteristics, I don't think it's that hard.
You make a good point, though. I think the perspective on that question really comes down to how well aligned the two are. If they're really well aligned, it probably is a lot simpler and easier to manage.
Yeah, and I think if you don't understand the value of the culture in the first place, mm-hmm. and you're too focused on growth and not focused enough on growing the right way, I think it's easy to kind of be blinded by it.
Well said. Well, great. All right. Question number 4. What strategy would you like to share with other business leaders today?
I like this question too. I've talked to a lot of other. I talk to a lot of other business owners. It's something that I do all the time. Usually the people I deal with are business owners. And I have found that the people that I've seen have the most success, at least long-term, their focus in their business, especially with their approach to their clients, is never on themselves. And it's not necessarily even on their own organization. It is, okay, my job as a business immigration attorney is to solve this need for my client. How can I do that in the most cost-effective and efficient way for my client? And you see this a lot, particularly in the law, where lawyers are incentivized by selling more. They're incentivized by billing more hours, or they're incentivized by filing more applications. But what I've seen is that if you focus on that and that's your focus, what you do is you're creating two separate teams. You're creating the me team and the them team. And I don't think that's very smart from a long-term perspective. I think the ideal situation is prioritizing the needs of your client, because that puts you in the same boat as your client. So you're both moving the same directions instead of pulling away from each other. We've grown significantly over the last 4 years by over 1,000% in the last 4 years. And we have done almost no marketing. It's all been word of mouth. And I don't think that would happen if we were selfish in our approach to our clients. And I think that's the biggest thing you could possibly do.
Well, and particularly in the legal field, you're supposed to be an advocate for your client. And like you said, are you an advocate for your client or are you an advocate for yourself? And
right.
I think that's a great perspective that other businesses outside the legal field could have as well, is kind of thinking about that. Are you advocating for yourself or for your clients? Because if you're advocating for your clients, like you said, the growth and the other things will just naturally come with that as a result of it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great. All right. Question number 5. What other successful business owners, CEOs like yourself, would you like to maybe do a shout out to or acknowledge, or you think might be good on the podcast?
Sure. Well, I think that my wife would be a good one. She's a co-owner in my law firm and in our compliance company. I think she'd be a great person, and she's been really instrumental to where we are right now. Same thing with my father-in-law. Yeah, he started out. He was the one that kind of helped us get started in the first place. So he would be another excellent one.
It'd be great to get kind of a different perspective about the same business too. So that would be interesting. Yeah. So question number 6, just kind of a final fun question. Tell me about one of your favorite past bosses.
Well, I guess I've had, the only boss I've ever had was whenever I was in college and I taught for the LSAT. But it is funny because I never worked for another law firm. Before I was an attorney, I guess I kind of worked just teaching the LSAT, teaching the SAT, the ACT. But after that, I do think one of the biggest values that our law firm has is that I haven't had another boss before, because I don't approach the law like a lot of other attorneys. And I didn't know that. I just thought, if we've got clients, they've got problems. So how do we fix those problems? I don't care if they're legal problems. I just want to fix their problems. But I know plenty of other lawyers that don't have that approach because there's this I'm a lawyer ego. I guess it's kind of a nice thing about not really having a past boss is I don't have that ego getting in my way, I guess.
Well, that's an interesting perspective, because you're right. A lot of times we carry baggage, good and bad, from past experiences. And if you don't have that baggage, because you don't have those, it frees you up to create what you want of your own. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah, it is. It definitely comes with its own challenges, because I think if I would have appreciated the risk I was taking out of law school, I don't know if I would have done it. But it ended up working out. So luckily I was ignorant.
Sometimes it's better to be ignorant and just go for it, right? So.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it is great having you on and hearing about some of your past and also just your insights and everything. Before we go, can you tell people how they can maybe connect with you or find you?
Sure. Yeah, you can email me directly. My email is kyle@farmerlawpc.com, exactly like it sounds. You could get on our website at farmerlawpc.com, or you could call our office. My phone number is 512-894-2128. I'm always around.
Well, great. Well, again, thank you so much for your insights. And this is Keith Weaver with the Top Executive Strategy Podcast. And for more insights and to follow us, you can follow us at Weaver Business Coaching on LinkedIn, or of course, you can listen to us on your favorite podcast platform. And we wish you all the best success.
Thank you.